We are going to have a little fun today and talk about one of the most fun topics, how to make money on YouTube. Two people right now are absolutely killing it on YouTube, Dobrik and Graham Stephan. They have two entirely different strategies around their content. So let's look and see how much money they make, but most importantly, let's analyze your channel and figure out what is the best strategy for you to make the most amount of money through YouTube. If you aren't familiar with Dobrik, he is one of the most popular vloggers on YouTube. He has over 16 million subscribers and over 7 billion with a B views. He simply makes some of the most addicting and entertaining content on YouTube. His vlogs are 4 minutes and 20 minutes long, full of really entertaining sketches with his friends. He also goes out and hangs out with celebrities. He just does really entertaining stuff, and you never know what you're gonna get, and that's what gets you to tune into each episode. Hey David, thanks for joining me today. Just curious, at your peak a couple years ago, how much money were you making on YouTube?
I was getting around 60 million views a month, and my check each month for that time would be a little over $275,000.
Wow. Hey Graham, thanks for joining us as well. David just shared with us how much money he makes. Just curious, how much money do you make on YouTube?
In total, the 2019 ad revenue for just this channel alone was $1,141,231.43 with almost 80 million channel views.
These two guys make a lot of money on YouTube. They serve as great examples of two different strategies that you can implement. Both strategies work. And what I really want to offer you, let's do a quick analysis of what they do well, and that'll give you some insight into possibly how you can adapt these strategies to your channel so that you can make the most amount of money. We are talking strictly about YouTube ad revenue, as that is the one constant for all creators. Choice number one, you choose to make content where you are aiming to have a huge following, go viral, hop on trends, and have this concept of being rich and famous. This is the Dobrik strategy. The goal is to make viral content and get as many views as possible. Hey David, we know how much money you were making, but how much money are you making today?
And now I get 200 million views, which is, more than 3 times the amount of views I was getting before, but now my paycheck is under $2,000.
Each piece of content has one strategy and one strategy only: to go viral and get a lot of views. We're talking in the millions of views. You will follow trends, do your best to hop on the trend train, and make videos that the masses can enjoy. Your target audience is nearly everyone. The only way to make money with this strategy is to amass as many eyeballs and views as possible for each piece of content. This strategy has the highest probability of gaining a large following and going viral. However, the downside is that the probability of making money is really low. These videos are not searchable and they have a very short lifespan. Why does this matter? Most of your views are going to come in the short term. It's going to be hard to get a lot of long-term views because people aren't going to be searching for your content. And if you do happen to gain a following, you're typically going to monetize through a few different ways. This is going to be Patreon, selling merchandise, or setting up some type of monthly subscription for access to you. You essentially have to make content that goes viral in order to make any money with this strategy. From that video of David, he received 200 million views to only make $2,000 a month off YouTube ad revenue. Side note, he makes all of his money from brand deals, which probably bring in a boatload of money. But for this video, we're strictly talking about YouTube ad revenue because that is the constant for all creators.
Because I had a fun idea.
Okay.
We've partnered up and we've given around 10 people cars in the last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're basically a car dealership.
Yeah. Maybe I wanted to get myself a Ferrari, and I wanted to see if you guys could help. I'll pay for half. I'll pay for half.
Okay, I can get you the other half.
What's up, guys? This next part of the video is brought to you by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an amazing app that helps you buy.
I approach YouTube with the second strategy, and I'm about to share with you in just a minute how many views I need to reach $2,000 in ad revenue. Hint, it's only about 1/1000th of the amount of views that David needs. How do you implement this strategy? Here's a couple key notes. You're going to follow trends and make content around them. You're going to essentially try and make the most entertaining content possible. Go watch Dobrik's vlogs and you'll see how he implements really interesting bits and sketches into his content. He includes a lot of his friends, the vlog squad. He goes out and pays to be around really interesting people or go do really interesting things. And this is how you're going to create content that is entertaining for the masses. With this strategy, you generally see pranks, reaction videos, some type of like sneaking in. You're going to see freakouts and adjective-filled structured content. So here's a couple examples that I just created. We ate New York's most expensive pizza slice. We recreated Tiger King Zoo. Social quarantine prank. trying Austin, Texas's most hated ice cream. Here are a couple downsides with this strategy. It's extremely difficult to gain a following and even more difficult to make any money, let alone a lot of money. Your content is not built on SEO, therefore it's not searchable. Your video needs to go viral right away because it's likely not going to go viral down the road. When you post videos like "we broke up," reaction, those videos are not searchable. Therefore, people are only going to watch it right there in the moment. It does not have much of a lifespan. You're probably going to need to spend pretty good money making this interesting content, whether that means traveling places, buying certain things, buying props, or paying for people to be in it. There's going to be a lot of ways to make entertaining content. Unfortunately, a lot of them are requiring some type of startup capital, which can be difficult if you're a content creator that is just starting out. Strategy number 2, you choose to make highly targeted content with high CPM rates. This is the Graham Stephan strategy. He has figured out a way to beat the algorithm. He makes content that has super high CPM rates and they get a lot of views. CPM is the most important number you as a content creator will look at. It is the amount of money you will make per 1,000 views. A very low CPM like David Dobrik's is going to be like 10 cents. Up to some people get $30 per 1,000 views. You can see how drastically different your monetization is going to be based on your CPM. Here's my channel. In February, I received 68,300 views and made $640. In March, I received 68,700 views and made $775. At this pace, I will need only 193,639 views to reach 2,000 earned through ad revenue. Compare that with David Dobrik, who need 200 million. I only needed 200,000. My content is highly targeted and it is not viral. My content will not go viral. I will not have videos that get 10 million views like David Dobrik's. If you look at my videos, most of them get like 500 to 1,000 views. Some of them reach 10,000 and only a couple have reached over 100,000 views. My content has a very specific and targeted audience, and this is why my CPM rates are really high. I do not need a lot of views to make money. I'm not relying on going viral, which is really great because I don't need to go out and try to get the most views or subscribers possible. I know the people who really want to see my content are going to see it. This is essentially what Graham does really well. He started by making very highly targeted content with high CPM rates. Now, he's certainly blown up and it's very rare for you to get 1 million, but you don't need 1 million subscribers to make a lot of money. Even if he had 100,000 subscribers, he would be making a lot of money. Graham and I both share similar audiences, that being personal finance, real estate investing, investing in general. I'm going to start talking about credit cards shortly. These all have high CPM rates. This specific strategy has a very low probability of getting famous and going viral and attracting an audience. However, it has a very high probability of making money. How do you implement this strategy? You are going to create a very specific audience for your content. Very targeted content is important. These are going to be how-to videos around something very specific. This means your audience size is going to be very small, but it's going to be very targeted. Think about it like this. The more specific you make your videos, the lower your audience gets. However, when it is specific, that means the people in that audience are probably going to click on it, which this is really important to get high CPM rates. Your videos are going to be very SEO specific. I'll give you a quick example. So credit cards are a topic that have really high CPM rates. So you can make videos such as the #1 credit card for college graduates. This video is obviously not going to be seen by a lot of people. You're not going to get 1 million views, but you might get 10,000 views, and those views are going to be very targeted, and you're going to get great ad revenue because credit card companies are going to want to target those types of videos. So you can also make a #1 credit card for entrepreneurs. You can see how you can take a topic that has a high CPM and start to make content around it and make it very specific, but you'll find that even when you're super specific, you can get a good enough following and make really good money from it. Here are a couple downsides from this strategy. It's very unlikely that you'll gain a huge following. So if you're in this game to try to get some fame or notoriety, it's really hard to do that. And it may take years of creating very specific content to build any type of audience such that you can actually start making money. Here's choice number 3. This is having an unfocused content strategy, which in my opinion is what a lot of channels do. Now, just recently, I've started analyzing a lot of channels because I've been curious, how can a channel grow from nothing to making money? And I want you to start doing the same. I want you to look around. First off, if you're a content creator, look at your channel, try to figure out what strategy you're using, and then start looking at other channels and try to figure out why some channels grew. Did they follow the David Dobrik strategy where they're super entertaining and engaging content? Or did they go the Graham Stephan route and were very specific and targeted with high CPM rates? When you start analyzing channels and see some of these channels that are stuck at 500 subscribers, they probably don't follow either of the strategies. Or even worse, they try to follow one and don't make good videos at all. But the point of this video is I want you to audit yourself. I want you to look at your content and try and figure out how can you make your content fit one of the two strategies, as I think that is the best way to make money on YouTube. Here's some quick words of encouragement. I spent years making terrible videos. I had bad SEO because I didn't know what I was doing. I had a cheap cheap camera, I had bad lighting, I had bad audio, I didn't really have any direction, I just wasn't getting anywhere. I had something like 130 subscribers and I was getting 20 views per video. I was still putting a lot of time into it, but I just couldn't seem to crack the code. I couldn't get anywhere. It just didn't seem like I was heading in the right direction. But I kept at it. I kept making videos, and this is the key. And at some point, I had bought this fourplex in Las Vegas, and a few months later, I decided to make a video. It wasn't really a good time. I didn't really have anywhere to make the video, so I decided to go to a local library, and I went into one of the study rooms, and I was sitting there with the camera, and people were walking by looking in like, wow, what's that guy doing in there? It was kind of awkward. It felt weird. I had the AC on behind me. If you like listen really closely, you can hear the AC. I had to like really edit that out. And I didn't really think the video turned out that good. And it got like 50 views. And I was really upset because this was a video that I thought was kind of catchy. And for the audience I was trying to build, I felt like it was going to be a really good video. And to see it come out and not have any views was really disappointing. However, after a couple months, I think the YouTube algorithm grabbed it. For whatever reason, I think I changed the SEO. I think I might have changed the thumbnail or the title. Something happened and the YouTube algorithm grabbed it and took it off. And it started appearing in front of new eyeballs. So many new people started watching it, and I guess they watched it enough such that more people watched it. And it was very humbling because it went from like 50 views to 100,000 very, very quickly. My growth since then has been very specific. I realized that you can make it. It was really eye-opening mentally to know that a small channel like mine could actually make it. And so I want you to think about this video and really try to think about what type of strategy you want to use, because after that, I became very specific and targeted in what I wanted to create. And I think that's why I've been able to go from like 150 subscribers to now almost 10,000. And I certainly do not want you to watch this video thinking I'm trying to position myself as a guru. This is simply, if you have less than 10,000 subscribers, if you're less than 1,000 and you're really struggling, this might be a video that you might need. It might open up your mind. Really, at the end of the day, that is my goal, is to create a thought experiment for you to really think about what type of content you want to create so that you can get to where I'm at today, 10,000. If you're watching this and you're interested in making content, please leave a comment below. Let me know where you're at. I would love to hear your opinion. And also on this video, I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Thank you for watching and the continued support.